In this morning's Health Watch, TV, kids, and heart disease. New research shows children who spend a lot of time watching television or playing computer games, screen time basically, have medical symptoms that show a higher risk for future heart attack and stroke. Joining us with more, our medical correspondent, Dr. Jennifer Ashton, and psychologist and early show contributor, Dr. Jennifer Hartstein. Good to have both of you here.
Good morning.
So Jen and Jen. Jen Ashton, we've always known that we should limit our kids' time in front of the TV for various reasons, but this study does show a real potential for serious health risks. Walk us through what they found.
So basically, this study looked at TV screen time and changes or narrowing in the blood vessels in the eye, which is used as a substitute for what may be going on later in the heart. Looked at about 1,500 kids, 6 to 7 years of age, surveyed their parents about their TV screen time habits and their exercise habits, and then took pictures of the tiny blood vessels in the back of the eye. These are retinal vessels, and measured them and found that those children who spent more time in front of a TV screen had a greater narrowing of the diameter of those blood vessels, which is a problem because narrower blood vessels mean less blood flow to the target organ.
So that's how there's this connection that they found that later in life it could lead to heart issues.
Correct. And again, we have to emphasize right now, this is a future risk, but basically when you talk about the diameter of a coronary artery or an artery supplying the heart of a child, we're talking about something the size of a strand of spaghetti. So any narrowing in a blood vessel that small can result in changes in blood pressure about the equivalent of 10 points higher. So again, for future risk, this was a significant finding.
And if that's changing, what else is happening in the body? We've talked a lot too, and there have been a number of studies that show there are actually developmental dangers when it comes to TV viewing. Walk us through some of those.
Well, some of the things we want to think about is too much TV can lead to a lot of school-related problems. So it can lead to things like a shorter attention span. It actually demonstrates a slower language acquisition in many of these kids who are watching too much TV. Not to mention violent TV can lead to some aggression, research has shown, and also weight gain because they're sitting around. One really interesting study showed that the development of the brain can be impacted by all of the overstimulation of TV, leading kids to be less patient, more impulsive, have a much harder time because they think life should be rapid fire. They don't know how to slow down, so it does impact their ability to sit in school and really learn what they need to learn.
So you've mapped out the dangers there. What is it, though, specifically about the television screen that could affect, both the brain and those arteries in the eye this way?
Well, they're not exactly sure, Erica, and there was something different about staring passively at a TV screen as compared to, let's say, playing a video game or reading a book, but it's also about not being active and not doing exercise. So again, it's a combination of both of those factors, and again, this study was significant because we've known that there are behavioral impacts and consequences to children sitting in front of a TV screen too much. But now, for the first time in children, it's really showing the physical consequences that go along with those behavioral risks.
So then what's the best way to start limiting your child's time, especially if you need to now cut back because your kids are used to 4 or 5 hours?
Absolutely. Well, first thing you want to do is have no TVs in bedrooms. The less access they have to the TV, the more you can monitor it. So if it's in their bedroom, you can't do that. Secondly, you may want to consider a weekday TV ban. May create some chaos in your house. It's certainly how I was raised. We weren't allowed to watch TV during the week, but it made us do a lot more. So if you can do that, you can then monitor it even greater. Be a role model. If you have the TV on in the background all the time, your kids are going to think that that's what you're supposed to do. So show them the right way to handle it. And also, especially with these younger kids, discuss what they're watching. Make sure they understand it. Watch with them. Pick public access TV things, PBS, all the kinds of shows that you really know what's going on, and go there.
And lastly, really importantly, most parents of young children know, I've been told by my pediatrician, no TV for kids under 2.
Right.
Sometimes, especially when you have more than one child, it's hard to limit that.
Sure
or you
is.
have to make dinner. Yeah. What's the absolute max if there is going to be TV during the day?
Well, anything with a screen, no more than 2 hours. And bottom line here, as we all know and we've heard, it bears repeating, watch TV less or watch less, move more. It's incredibly important.
Great to have both of you. It was such an important story for so many folks at home. Thank you both.
Thanks.